My Hero Academia is finally here, guys. We've been waiting quite some time, and the game has gone bonkers. Already full servers everywhere, a ton of glitches and bugs, but it's to be expected, and quite honestly, not the smoothest launch. Now, I will give you guys a little secret and my thoughts on the game. I have played something very similar to this, so wait till the end, or at least get to the end, and listen to my advice on a game like this. But let's get into the actual game and see what it's about, and whether this game was worth the wait and worth the hype. Here it is, My Hero Academia, the strongest hero. What's going on, everybody? Payneblade here with the first ever My Hero Academia video. Guys, it's finally dropped for global as well as EU. There has been a lot of hiccups. I'm surprised I'm actually playing the game now. Let's talk about this. So when you first start this, guys, it starts off with how the story starts off. You have Izuka here, who is running around, sees the slime monster, obviously, and then All Might comes in and saves him. Now here is what this game's all about. I've been watching some videos and it never occurred to me. I'm like, what does this game remind you of, Payne? It reminds me of another game that I played, and I'm gonna get into that very shortly, but I want to put a little bit of spotlight on what this game's all about. So graphically, you can see here it's 3D. It is a story-based PvP game. There are other games out there. It is considered an MMO technically, based on the fact that there are servers that people play on. You can react with one another. You can interact with one another. There's alliances, obviously. So we're gonna get into all that in a later video. But here you have All Might obviously join in, just like in the actual show. He looks pretty damn bomb, looks pretty damn strong. Of course he should be. He is All Might. And from here, guys, it is a button mashing, button tapping fighter. Story mode, you essentially fight villains. You kind of follow the storyline with many fillers along the way. So there are fillers that you do to level up, fillers that you do to get equipment, etc. And then there's going to be the main scenarios of the storyline and the game. So this is one of them. Obviously, this is just the introduction. You can see there he did Texas Smash, and then Izuka obviously tells about the story about how he met, how it changed his world. So we're gonna bypass all this real quick, because you guys are probably, if you're playing this, you've seen this already. You don't even need to talk about it. But we're gonna actually get into the gameplay. I'm gonna talk to you guys what it's all about and what you should be looking for. Now, first and foremost, I will say this: I am not spending a penny on this game. All right, and I will explain to you guys a little further in my secret of why you shouldn't be doing it either. And from somebody who was the top global player for a year for another game, that is exactly the same reskin of this game, or this game is a reskin of. I can tell you why, and we'll talk about that briefly, but I don't want to take away from the game itself, right? So let's talk about this. So here you go. You put in your training application. And I'm going to put in Payneblade, obviously. So I am on server 5. For those who are wondering where I'm playing, it's going to be server 5. I chose that server because server 1 through 4 were full at the moment. And most of my members who are joining the alliance that I'm making will be also on server 5 as well, too. So that'll be my nickname if you need to find me. Server 5 is where I'll be at. So yeah, you start off with one character, right? So it is a leveling up system. Every time you level up, you open up new functions. So you open up skills, abilities to equip gear, handbooks, etc. So it essentially requires you to grind. Now, it is something I like to call, and this has been used before, it's not my term, a red dot RPG. Now, if you don't know what a red dot RPG is, this. Every time you see a red dot, it forces you to click it because you have OCD and you have to click everything that has a dot on it, or else you'll lose your damn mind. So it is considered a red dot RPG. Now, what red dot RPG is essentially is the red dots, when you click them, they will auto do something for you. So in this game, for example, there are quests, right? So as you can see here, I'm clicking on a hero certification quest in progress. You click on that, it automatically takes you to the location. You click on this, and then you get into a fight scene, right? So and this is where I meant the fillers come into play. So the fillers are going to be essentially the way you level up to get to the main story levels, right? So it's like any gacha where there's certain requirements you have to meet to get to the star level. In this case, right, you can see here, there's somebody that's needs help. Death Arms is telling me that somebody needs help. So you click on that and you jump into there. You find the individual, and it takes you to the stage, right? So we're gonna slowly see here the individual that needs help. It's kind of searching. There it is, right there. Signal is confirmed. It's an anxious father looking for their daughter. As a hero coming up, you want to help them. You accept the quest. That automatically instantly gives you the level up, because that was that part of the quest. Now you've got a call, right? You got to pick that up, and that takes you to the next quest. So see here, click on that, And there you go. So Death Arms is telling you something's going on. You have to now actually go into the action and find and accomplish your mission. So this is what I meant here. You deploy 3 characters. You start off with 1, and it'll tell you the team info will be either hard, medium, or easy, right? So in this case, it's hard because I have 1 character, and there are the extra targets. No more than 20 hits, HP above a certain percentage, right? And this game is a full-on button sensitive joystick game, so you can't use, it's hard to use emulators on this, so I'm using my iPad for example. So there is a joystick on the left, and then there are buttons on the right that give you specials, that give you attacks, etc. So here you see villains are obviously here. You're going in, and these are no-name villains, but they actually do give them some names, especially if it's the bosses, right? So there you go. So this is the Q button, which is your shoot style. When you go airborne, you can double click it, and then you keep pressing the combo to do air combos, which goes into your full main combo right there. As you can see, I just clicked the dodge to show you guys what the dodge button does. So this is what you start with in the beginning, okay? As you progress, those buttons will expand. You will have more than, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves maybe in total. So each character has an elaborate amount of moves, and then you have a special. And the special is animated, there's an animation that goes behind it, and each skill can be leveled up, and each stage you defeat will give you currency, such as money and items, in order to give your characters levels. So as you progress through the game, you're going to have to collect this. Your agency level is going to matter, obviously, and that opens up content. Your actual hero level matters based on the hero you're using in the fight and the level they're in and their power that comes with that, okay? So here you go, guys. This is just essentially explaining to you how to play the combos. There's my 5-hit combo. You know, animation-wise, it looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. There are games out there already like this, very similar anime games that are pretty much the same setup, the same getup, the same look, the same feel. But I have to say, because this is a newer version of one of those kind of games, it does look pretty crisp. So animation-wise, it looks pretty damn good. So here's one of the bosses coming in. As you can see here, it gives you a warning signal telling you it's Minotaurus. You know, Quirk is Bullhead. So here we go. You want to dodge this, and this is going to show you how. Once you dodge correctly, it opens up this other combo you can do, which is kind of cool mechanic. So dodging does matter. It's not like you can just spam dodge. When you dodge correctly, you can actually unlock that combo, which does a ton of damage. So you definitely want to make sure you time your dodges correctly and not just continuously press it when you want. So there it is again. So you got to dodge that button and back into my combo, and that finishes him off. So that mechanic I really like. That's kind of cool, because I know other games where you can dodge, either they give you a limited amount of dodges that you can do, so you can, you know, blow it all up and then you're screwed, or in this game, which is kind of nice, if you dodge correctly, they reward you, right? So a proper dodge or a perfect dodge can reward you. All right, so that's kind of cool. I do like that regard. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this quest, guys, and we're going to actually unlock, I think Denki is the first character you unlock. You can kind of see here. Let's get, there it is. So once completing these, you get these tokens, these characters, but we'll talk about that later. Summoning and all that, recruiting tokens, we'll talk about some other time. So let's actually get into something a little different right now. All right, guys, so this is the leveling system. This is what I was talking about. When you defeat opponents, you go out and level up. Now, each 10 levels, you'll get to a point where you have to train. And training here requires certain items. So dumbbell, for example, is the first one to get. When you get that unlocked, you can get to from 10 to 20. From 10 to 20, you need a treadmill. Then you go from 20 to 30, you need dumbbells level 2, etc., etc. So this is where a majority of your gameplay is going to be revolving around, is getting these items and equipment to make sure your characters get stronger, and you want to evolve them. Now, your power level is based on that specific thing. So you're going to do the storyline a lot, but there are going to be different ways to collect items. There's going to be ways through PvP, there's going to be ways through, you know, the gauntlet, which essentially is going through the map and killing as many people as you can with your team before they're all exhausted, things like that. So you can see here, pathfinding is the easy way to go. You can manually do this yourself, by the way. You can move your character around, but pathfinding essentially takes you to your location that you need to go. One thing I will say that I do like as well about this game, when you do the auto red dot pathfinding, it doesn't actually ignore items. Like, it'll actually go towards the items, and I don't know if it's built that way where the items are in the way, so it automatically gets it. But I've noticed that the AI never misses the items, so that's kind of a cool thing. So here you go. A couple combos here, and each character will have their own specialty, right? Like Izuka is going to be a very hand-to-hand combat melee character. You know, someone like Denki is going to be ranged because he's got lightning, obviously. You know, and Bakugo is probably going to be a mix of both. So you've got like a variation of characters. Now the roster is very small right now, guys. Okay, so keep that in mind. There aren't a lot. So this is the time if you want to get a character you're looking for. This is the time to do it. That's already out. But if you're waiting for characters to come out in the future, I don't know how long the banners are going to be. If I remember correctly, it was every 2 weeks in a similar game that I played to this. Which is a lot, actually. You're going to get a lot of characters coming out. But right now, I believe there are a couple S characters and a couple SS, maybe a couple SS characters in the tier list. All Might being one of them. And I think a couple S characters such as, I'm trying to think who it was. Momo, I think, was one of them as well, too. Aizawa was another one, I think was another S character that you can actually get for free, so that's kind of a cool thing, I will say that. There you go, you guys can see some of the extra moves here that we're pulling off. So I've got a gauge now where it actually puts me into my quirk and gives me some extra power. That's kind of cool. So there's a bar there that you have to build, and as you fight, you build that bar. So that, I do like that as well too. Again, this is the storyline doing its thing. Now, one thing you will notice, every single time somebody pulls a character, you're going to see that notification. I believe there's a way to turn that off. Here's the main boss of this story. So we're going to go ahead and finish this filler up. There you go, some gold, some food again, new achievement unlocked. Make sure, guys, you go into the achievements and when you have the chance and actually collect the gold coins, which are summoning coins or currency coins, make sure you get those, right? So there's my second ticket, and I have one more ticket to go before I unlock Denki. Okay, so there you go. So other things just open up, Bond, Resonance. Now, these again are very common things in these kind of RPGs. Bonds or Resonance, for example. Bonds are things that if you have the right characters together, they give you more power, obviously, if you unlock all the 3 units. There are other ways to, like, Resonance, which is like the more units you unlock, the more stats you gain for that, so it does reward you for gaining more characters. But remember, this game is a fragment style game, so you don't always pull characters, guys. A lot of times you're gonna just pull fragments, so keep that in mind. And it's not easy to get multis in this either. It does take time, so if you're not patient and you just want to see it, I'm going through all the lists here. There's the login rewards, the daily sign-ins, the sponsorships, the monthly card benefits. So this is where you start getting into the pay to play. So right there, the agency supply, the weekly card benefits, and then lastly the battle recruit token, which is essentially like a battle card. Again, you can pay to get more currency, or you can just do the chapters and get them done and collect the gold coins. So that's pretty much it, guys. So here's the little secret that I was trying to hold back. Okay, so this game is exactly the same as Bleach 3D Mobile. If you have never played Bleach 3D Mobile, it is one of the best red dot RPGs. I was top global player for almost a whole freaking year in that game, and I spent a ton of money. You guys can only imagine when I say that how much that could be, and it never was enough to keep up. This is the problem with these kind of games. If you have played that, you understand where I'm coming from. If you're free to play, you will never do enough in PvP. You will never be top player. You will never even maybe get some of the best rewards. So keep that in mind. If you're looking to be extremely competitive in this game, guys, you're not going to do it without spending a lot of money. And I'm being completely honest with you because I want you guys to know the truth from me. Maybe no one has said this before, but Payne, don't hide that crap. Payne wants to make sure that you guys know the truth about these kind of games. And if you are looking to be a whale, you'll do well enough. But eventually that whaling will have to stop. If you're free to play and you want to do well in this game, chances are you won't in a PvP perspective. So just enjoy the game, have fun. In that case, you will like it. If you're looking to be competitive, guys, and you want to stay free to play, it just ain't happening. Alright guys, this is Payne. We're going to do some more My Hero Academia very shortly. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoy the game. I can't log in still, but hopefully you can. Take care, guys. We'll talk soon.